Good evening, Todd McLeod, 4 minutes on Monday, October the 4th. And yesterday we had our first sort of online, offline live stream experience, and plan to do that again this coming Sunday. We hope you'll join us. We're hoping that it gives people the opportunity, at least while we're offline, or live stream only rather, to experience both the corporate worship that we need. We need to worship God. We need to hear from His Word and have His Word speak to us. And we need to do that even if we're live stream only. That still needs to be part of our experience. But we also need that connection time. And it's not one or the other, but it's both. And so we're hoping that this kind of provides both of those, where we have our modified, somewhat shorter service. We went about 40 minutes Sunday morning rather than maybe 65 or 70 that we usually would. Hopefully to make the service a little bit more engaging, because it's just harder to stay focused and stay tuned and so on when you're just kind of at home watching a screen. And then we just transitioned, hopefully very naturally, took it over to yourselves in your homes, and gave you an opportunity and put up a slide on the screen with some questions to discuss the message that you had just heard, and some items to pray about. So we encourage you to invite someone into your home next Sunday morning, someone within your bubble group, and to experience that both online, offline kind of live stream experience. And just to let you know that this video, if you just stumbled upon it today, in your feed or something, you can go to jubc.ca, and just click or tap on Join Us Live, and that will take you right to the page where you can find all of these videos that I do each day, that Stephen Page does, as well as our live stream. That's where you can go on Sunday morning, as well as any time to get archived live stream services. In our service yesterday, and for the next few weeks, we're looking at the question of faith and various stories of faith. And Hebrews 11 gives a lot of stories of faith, and every one of those applies so richly to our own situation. And so Hebrews 11:4, by faith Abel offered a better sacrifice than Cain, and that honored God and that pleased God. And so we went back to Genesis 4 and looked into those two sacrifices and what they did, and discovered that ultimately God was able to know the heart of each worshiper. And even though both came to God and both had an offering and both sort of did the external acts of worship, that there was something different in the heart of Abel. That Abel understood that God's grace is sufficient, and that worship, whether it's our corporate worship on Sunday or whether it's our daily worship in everything that we do in our lives, that our worship is an act of response to God's grace. By faith, Abel offered a better sacrifice. Whereas Cain seemed to believe that God's favor could only be bought, but then could be bought at the cheapest price, right? He gave something, he gave what he had, he gave just something. He didn't sort of bring the best, and he certainly didn't bring his heart. So that word of challenge and encouragement to you this evening, Monday, October 4th, and as we move through this week, again, jubc.ca, and click Join Us Live for these videos